This morning, social media was abuzz after a major fan page about Sam Heughan suddenly shared the news. Sam has a new neighbor, and it's someone no one expected. The candid photo shows the ancient stone house in the suburbs of Perthshire, Scotland, where Sam is said to live, now with a moving truck and a familiar figure, Katrina Balfe. Before fans could catch their breath, just a few hours later, another series of photos appeared on Twitter. Sam and Katrina dressed casually, unloading things from the truck together. One person is holding a cat, the other is holding a potted plant, as if they have lived together for a long time. No confirmation, no caption, but everyone knows something special is happening. The stone house where Sam lives is a classic villa located on a plot of land more than 10 hectares, with a view of the hills and lake behind. This is where he often retreats after a hard day of filming or when he needs to get away from the noise of the media. Sam once shared, "I like the atmosphere here, quiet but full of energy. I feel like I can breathe again." But now, when Katrina's image appeared right in the place that used to be considered his absolutely private place, the biggest question is this just a visit? Or a completely new beginning? A source close to the Outlander crew revealed that Katrina has recently paused many activities in London. She is looking for a place close to nature, and close to the people she trusts the most. Without having to say a name, people already know who that person is. Just a few days later, some people living around the area recounted a strange but interesting evening. Sam and Katrina stopped by a small pub in town, ordered 2 glasses of red wine, and sat by the window. They laughed, talked, and seemed oblivious to the fact that someone was secretly taking pictures. They looked like a couple who had been together for years. They didn't touch each other much, but their eyes were fixed on each other, an onlooker recalled. An interesting detail. Sam put his hand on the book Kate was carrying, A Place Called Home. He not only flipped through a few pages, but also read aloud a passage as if reenacting a scene from Outlander. Kate laughed, resting her head on his shoulder for a moment. Just best friends? Or something that went beyond friendship? In a recent interview on The Whiskey Hour podcast, when asked about a recent change in my life, Sam simply smiled. "Every day starts with good coffee and a deep conversation. I think I'm living closer to the things that really matter." Although not explicitly stated, astute fans have noticed. Sam has previously shared that there is only one woman who makes him feel safe enough to talk to every morning, Katrina. And if the two actually live close by, or under the same roof, then things suddenly make more sense than ever. An Outlander supporting director revealed, they are more than just co-stars. They are each other's solar system. Sam always looks to her. Kate never leaves Sam's emotional orbit. Many people thought that after Outlander, they would go their separate ways. Katrina with her small family in London. Sam continues to pursue whiskey projects, films. However, the reality is different. Kate shared in a short article in the magazine, "I used to think home was where I put my suitcase down. But now, I understand, home is where I feel seen, understood, and can be quiet without being lonely." A sentence that is enough to melt millions of hearts, especially when knowing that the only person Kate can be silent without being lonely is Sam. Sam and Katrina have never confirmed their relationship. They always let fans feel, think, and imagine for themselves. But that silence is the strongest affirmation for what everyone feels. They are the definition of attachment that goes beyond normal love. On social platforms, the hashtags #SamKateNeighbors and #HeughanBalfeHome quickly trended. Fans from all over sent their congratulations, even designed the house layout. Sam's room on the left, Kate's room on the right, the common room in the middle. One fan wrote, "We have been following them since the beginning. Whether they are friends or more, as long as they live happily and peacefully, for us, that is the best ending." The soft morning light filtered through the sheer linen curtains into the cozy kitchen. Sam Heughan stood in front of the coffee maker, his hair a little tousled from sleep, wearing a simple white t-shirt and sweatpants. The tiny kitchen, with its old wooden shelves, its basil planter, and its Sassenach mug, looked like something out of a movie. A soft sound of footsteps. Katrina Balfe emerged, her hair down, a beige wool robe, her feet bare, all relaxed. "You're up early," she said, pulling up a chair by the window. Sam smiled, handing her a cup of coffee. "It's not because it's early, it's because you're here." Number acting. No dialogue. Just a simple moment that made everyone want to stop the world to watch. On the dining table, there was toast, fried eggs, homemade blueberry jam, and a few red apples. Sam carefully peeled the apples. Kate ate them while reading the newspaper. They talked about renovating the backyard shed to grow more strawberries. Each word was gentle, like a harmony of peace and connection. Kate suddenly put down her glass. "Do you know? I've never been anywhere that felt so quiet." Sam raised his head, looked at her for a long time. Then he said, slowly, "Maybe because this time, I am not alone." And somewhere, their loved ones were secretly crying with emotion. Not because of the ostentatious romance, but because of the deep feelings that were gradually emerging from the most seemingly trivial things. After breakfast, Sam and Kate decided to drive to a nearby small town to buy some household items. They walked into the local supermarket like two ordinary people, no bodyguards, no sunglasses, just two souls merging in a simple life. A cashier recognized them. She just smiled and said, "It's nice to see you two again." "No cameras today?" Kate winked, and replied, "Today we're filming a special episode, Life Behind the Camera." Sam added, "It's not like there's not a lot of drama." They both burst into laughter. No one asked to take pictures, no one bothered. Because here, people respect privacy, but silently protect the newly discovered emotional treasure. In the afternoon, they walked together in the small woods behind the house. Kate brought her camera, and Sam brought a small bottle of whiskey and two metal glasses. They sat under the old tree, where the pair of eagles often roosted in the spring. "I thought I would live in London forever," Kate said, her voice slightly low. "But after everything, I'm starting to feel that there are things that only happen when you stop long enough to listen." Sam poured her a glass of wine and handed it to her. "And what do you hear?" She turned to look at him, her brown eyes sparkling in the afternoon light. "I hear you." A pause. Then Sam slowly took her hand, placing it on his left chest. "And I can only hear my heart when you're with me." Number need to declare love. Just small pieces of truth, gentle, sincere, enough to make everyone believe that this is the right thing to do. That evening, the small house was warm with the crackling of firewood burning in the fireplace. Kate lay on the sofa, her legs crossed over Sam's lap, an old book in her hand. Sam was reading the manuscript of a new film project, but occasionally glanced up at her, as if she still couldn't believe she was really there. "Are you really going to take that role?" Kate asked. Sam nodded. "The script is good. But the thing I'm wondering about is that it's being filmed in Vancouver for 3 months." Kate sat up, looked at him, hesitant. Then she said, very softly, "If you go, I will wait. But if you want me to come with you, I will pack my suitcase tonight." Sam put down the manuscript, bowed his head and touched her forehead lightly. "I don't want to go anywhere without you." And if there was anyone outside that house at that moment, they would have thought, "This is not a movie scene. This is the most authentic thing that any movie would aspire to imitate." Night gradually fell. The lights in the house gradually dimmed. From outside, there was only the soft light from the bedside lamp, and two figures, lying close together, reading a book. A seemingly normal day. No big events. No announcements that would stir up the media. But for the millions of people who follow Sam Heughan and Katrina Balfe, this is a whole new chapter. one in which they are no longer acting, but actually living, together, under the same roof, amidst the peaceful nature, and in a love that doesn't need to be shouted out but is still powerful enough to touch the hearts of others.